I Still Believe North Korea by Casey Lartigue Jr., June 25th, 2024. I believe North Korea when it says the South started the Korean War 74 years ago on this day. I did not believe former Russian leader Boris Yeltsin in 1994 when he released declassified documents revealing North Korea started the war. I believe North Korea sent 31 commandos into Seoul in 1968, not to kill Park Chung-hee, but to create a storyline for future K-dramas. I believe North Korea hijacked South Korean airplanes to North Korea in 1958 and 1969 to increase frequent flyer miles of passengers. I believe North Korea did not send armed guerrillas onto the East Coast area of Region and Samcheok in 1968, Huksan in 1969, and Hukcheon in 1970, or anywhere. I believe the assassin who killed South Korea's First Lady in 1974 was a bumbling paparazzi who grabbed his gun instead of his camera. I believe North Korean agents who crossed the border in October 1979 were participating in a marathon. I believe North Korean agents shot near the Han River in March 1980 were preparing for the Olympics. I believe North Korean agents shot to death in November 1980 in Hwagangdo were lost hikers. I believe 3 North Korean agents shot to death in Namhae a few months later were part of a search party looking for those lost hikers. I believe North Korean agents who infiltrated into Gumhwa in March 1981 were sleepwalking, armed with grenades, machine guns, and dreams of reunification. I believe North Korea did not dig tunnels underground in the 1970s. I did not believe South Korean leaders when they showed the pictures of the tunnels to the world. I believe the mob of North Koreans who chopped up 2 U.S. Army officers in 1976 acted in self-defense. I believe 9 North Korean agents shot to death after their boat sank off the coast of Sosan in 1981 were lost fishermen. I believe North Korean agents shot to death near the Imjin River in 1981 and June 1983 were wayward scuba divers. I believe North Korean agents spotted along South Korea's east coast in 1982 were participating in an elaborate scavenger hunt. I believe North Koreans had nothing to do with the bomb that killed South Korean government officials in Rangoon in 1983. I believe the North Korean agent who killed 3 South Korean civilians in September 1984 was auditioning for a spy thriller. I believe Kim Hyun-hee, who helped blow up a South Korean airplane in 1987, killing all 115 on board, is a forgetful woman who left her bomb on the plane. I believe North Korean agents shot to death in May 1992, 3 along the West Coast, and October 1995, 2 in Buya, were bringing invitations to a DMZ peace party. I believe North Korean government officials who threatened to turn Seoul into a sea of flames mean to say a country of happiness, but autocorrect changed their messages. I believe South Korea used a large magnet in 1996 and 1997 to attract drifting North Korean submarines. I believe the South Korean tourist shot to death in 2008 on Mount Kumgang in North Korea shot herself. I believe the Hyundai Asan employee held hostage in North Korea in 2009 for criticizing North Korea was lost for 4 months. I believe it is ridiculous to suspect North Korea had a role in the sinking of the Chonan warship in 2010. I believe North Korean refugees and defectors are rats, criminals, and cowards as various North Korean officials have said. I believe North Korea deserves a Nobel Peace Prize for protecting South Korea from rats, criminals, and cowards. I believe the imperialists and puppets from the US, Japan, and South Korea who feed starving North Koreans want war. I believe sympathizers of North Korea who criticize me want me to feature them in my upcoming book, Thank You for the Hate, a guide to turning criticism from North Korea's sympathizers into fuel for freedom. I believe North Korea fires missiles as part of a light show for peace lovers around the world. I believe North Korea's recent troop movements near the border are flash mob performances. I believe North Korea is constructing a wall near the DMZ so the two Koreas can write messages of peace to be read after reunification. I believe it was another autocorrect problem when North Korea sent feces and trash in air balloons to South Korea, mistaking K-pop for K-poop. I believe North Korea is protecting its reputation when it threatens to blow up South Korean newspapers for claiming the North started the war. I believe all of this because I don't believe North Korea exists. I believe North Korea is a South Korean spy thriller launched on this day 74 years ago. I believe Vladimir Putin has the classified documents to prove it.